Today I'm testing cling film inside resin. I'm going to do two versions of cling film in the same mould. One coloured and one clear. So the clear one is going to be really easy to do. Now, I know in the UK we call it cling film. I think in America they call it Saran wrap, and there's all different names for it. But it's this sort of film that I'm talking about. So I want quite a bit to start with. And if it's like anything like the UK, it never cuts properly. But I'm not too bothered because the first piece, all I want to do is crunch all that up like that. But I need a bit more than that, I think. And this idea is really quite simple. I want to see if all these crinkles and that will show in the clear resin and whether the coloured one will show even more and what sort of pattern it gives you. Now I'm going to show you how I plan to colour this. Let's get that all crinkled up like that. I want that quite crinkly. Trying to get all the air out of it as well, because what I don't want it to do is float. Although it might lightly float. If it does, I'll have to pin it down with something. Hey, look how great and crinkly that is. And I'm going to put that in there so it looks brain-like, I hope. And this is going to be one of those tests where the resin might look really promising to start with and everything might go well. And then when it's cured, it might just end up a complete mess. Oh, if only these things cut. So to encourage this one to kind of stay in shape, what I'm also going to do now is I'm going to put some UV resin on this. And not only will that hopefully add some weight to it, but it'll also encourage it to stay in shape. Rubbing that around like that. And then I shall cure that up until I've got it the shape that I'm looking for. And that way I can make sure I keep a lot of the crinkles in it as well. Well, there we go. I've given that an encasing in UV resin. Now, I haven't flattened it because that would defeat the whole object of what I'm trying to achieve here. I am going to attempt to stick this down to the mould, though, so it doesn't try and float back up again. Because I'm really looking to see if I can get this to look like a brain. Okay, so I've got that in there now, and I'm going to try and cure that up from under there. Adding that little bit of covering as well means it's going to keep its shape a lot better than if it was just put in there natural, because it might have a tendency to slightly unfold a little bit. I don't want it to unfold. So while that's curing up, I can now prep my next one to colour it. So what I'm going to try and do is get a large piece of this film out without it all curling up on itself and by ripping it neatly. Now I've got that down. What I'm going to do is use some alcohol inks on this to try and colour it. And I'm going to use a variety of colours, but all in the kind of the same family. And I'm just putting them down random at the moment. And now I'm also going to add a little bit of the white on here in different places. And now I'm going to spray some 99% alcohol on here as well. And then I'm going to take one of my silicone brushes and move that around like that. Try and create colours and patterns. Okay, now I've got that done. What I'm going to do now is leave that to all evaporate off and dry completely. Well, that's all dry now. And what I want to do is, before it goes into the resin, I want to try and protect as much of that colour as possible without it blending into the resin when I put the resin on it. I'm going to fight with this blooming cling film again, like that. Now, don't judge it yet, because obviously we don't know what's going to happen. What I'm going to do, put that in between two layers of cling film before I do anything else to it. It's going to help protect those colours and also help me create some crinkles. I mean, the colour might make the pattern stand out more. It might look better without any colour in it. The pattern might stand out better with the clear, or it might not stand out at all. Who knows? But we won't know until I try. So now I've got that all clinged in there. I'm going to kind of turn that in on itself again to try and protect that as much as I can. Then crinkle that up again into a rough brain shape, which is about like that. Get as many crinkles in there as I can. Don't want the air in there, like the only trouble. And once again, I'm going to cover it in some UV resin. Just a thin layer, keep it in shape, and also to give it that extra little bit of stability and weight. And that UV resin's not going to affect that in there in any way, shape or form, because we've sandwiched it between those two layers. I generally don't know which version's going to work the best, or if any version's going to work. So I've got that one finished. I think that one's a little bit bigger than the other one. Maybe not, I don't know. And that looks like that. I suppose I should have done a line down the middle, but... And all I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to put a bit of UV resin in the bottom there. Pop this in, and then cure that up. Hopefully, that's not going to move. I'm going to be using the J Diction High Gloss epoxy resin for this. It's not an expensive resin, but it is a very good quality resin. And if it doesn't work, then I haven't wasted tons of resin. But if it does work, I'm still going to get a brilliant result. It's a 1-to-1 resin, and it's ever so easy to mix up. I'm going to warm it up first in my warmer to ensure that it's at a nice liquid temperature before I start. Now, I am concerned about these. I'm not sure they're going to work for two reasons. I may have made the brains a little bit too big, and that may cause a problem with the resin trying to get round the whole lot in there. I'm concerned about bubbles. I can't put them in my pressure pot, because if I put them in the pressure pot, what's going to happen? The pressure is going to collapse all the cling film that's in there and any air spaces that's in there, and then you'll end up with a little flat pancake of cling film. So it's going to really affect that. So we will just have to wait and see. I'm going to put my little plastic caps on, my little silicone caps. I will link these in the description in case you want to get hold of them. They're ever so cheap. Well, my resin's all mixed up now, and now it's going in. And this is where we're going to see whether the cling film does anything strange, traps a load of bubbles, floats to the top. What I'm doing is I'm pouring this as slowly as I can in here, as you can see, because I want to make sure it has time to get around everywhere and underneath and push out as many bubbles as it possibly can. So that one's full to the top. And now I'm going to do the same with this one. Again, pouring really slowly. And the clear one definitely looks more subtle than the coloured one at the moment from my angle. And at this stage, I really can't tell whether we're making a brand new resin effect or just a very strange mistake, to be honest. The way the air and the resin is trapped around this clear one looks so reflective. I'm loving it now at the moment. Although, oh no, the clear one has floated to the top already. So that's a bit of a disaster. See if I can get that in there and wedge that down. It's too late now to try and UV resin it back down any further, because that isn't going to happen. And the reason I want to UV resin it down is because there is going to be so much trapped air, which is going to make this buoyant anyway. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. We'll still let it cure up, and we'll still let it do its thing. There we go. Let's push that down now and hope that'll stay there. No, it's not. So I'm going to have to try and see if I can clean this right out in time and glue that back down. I don't want it floating. It's a shame it's going to float. So, okay, I've cleaned the mould out. I've stuck it back down again, and hopefully this time it's going to stay. I'm going to pour this really slowly. This better work out and look good and better not float up to the top again. But we'll wait and see. So I'm going to carry on filling this up, and when it's filled up, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Well, it does seem to have held it down now, and as you can see, there are quite a few bubbles coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and pop those bubbles. I'm going to nursemaid it now for probably about half an hour and pop any more bubbles that keep coming up. And then we'll leave this to cure, and we can see if it's a terrible disaster or a great new resin technique. Well, I moved those off to one side so I could get on with something else, and unfortunately both of them started floating to the top. I pushed them back down, but I don't think that's going to work. So I'm going to try one more way to see if I can get this to work, because I've got one more mould. Now all I'm going to do is put some UV resin on here like this. I think what's happening is this cling film is trapping so much air in it that it's causing it to fight so much against the actual resin that it just can't stop itself from rising up. I think this might be the answer. Get rid of some of that air and have something that's a bit more weighty in the middle. I'm going to cure that up like that, like a big ball, and then add a couple more layers onto it and then glue it down a lot firmer. Well, I think I've got that stuck in there enough now. and we will just have to wait and see. I'm going to do exactly the same. Pour the resin in here really slowly. Hope that doesn't dislodge that, and then we'll go from there. Well, I've poured that in there, and so far that hasn't lifted up, but the other ones didn't for the first 10-15 minutes, and then they seemed to as the bubbles started to come out. The other thing I'm not going to do is move this one around like I did the other ones. So let's wait and see what happens. Well, this is the moment that determines the whole test. This is the extra one that I did, and as you can see, I did get it glued down. I did get a bubble pop up, but I did get it glued down and it didn't float up. But that doesn't mean to say that with the cling film shifting that it's going to give an horrible effect. We won't know until this comes out. This is the clear one, or the one I did without any colours whatsoever. It's very similar to the experiment I did where I tried to hide that skull in the dinosaur. Now, I really like that. Even though it's not in the right place, I love the way that the crinkles have come out and the almost like silvery shininess from the trapped air in that cling film. It's a shame the brain isn't where it should be. Actually, I really quite like that. So let's have a look at the one I coloured using the alcohol ink, see if that looks just a mess or whether it's come out nice. And I absolutely think that is stunning. Look at that. Oh, I love that. I think that has worked really, really well. Filling that right up might work exceptionally well. I love the way those colours are coming out, and again that luminescence of the way the air is trapped in there. And this is the one where I think I glued it down properly, and I did. But you know what, I don't like that one as much as I like that more open one. I think that gives it much nicer effect. And next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that if I do this for a proper project rather than an experiment like this, I think what I would go for is actually filling the whole mould with cling film like this. Because even though that is in there, I don't think that looks as good as the way that looks. Look at that all in there. All those different patterns and crinkles and shapes. Yeah, I love that. Really, the question is, does it look like a mistake? Well, I think that one maybe does look a bit like a mistake. That one definitely doesn't. It does look intentional. So did cling film reveal strange patterns and refraction in there? Definitely. Did I get it completely right in this test? No, I don't think I did. I think I need to add more into it, fill the whole skull like that. Is this a success or not? My honest answer is it depends on how controlled you are with the actual cling film and what you do with it. And it does work, but it can very quickly go from really interesting to where I thought I'd got it right and I don't actually like it. I prefer that one. If you enjoyed this kind of household item resin test, watch this video next where I try and hide this skull in resin until the light shines through it. This one gave a really interesting result, not what I was expecting at all. Hope you've enjoyed that video. Boot the like button, hit the subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.